So there's a big culvert here, a little hill to go down, which is why we can't drive the car onto the property. It's too steep. So we have walked back and forth so many times. We have a nice little path. This is the way we like to go. So I'm going to pan around to the left here. It's about 350 feet across. There's a big stand of woods back there. It's a little thinner through here. It's been cleared out a little bit. And there's the path again. And then to the right of the path, I'm going to go up the path. I'm going to try and keep this as steady as possible. There's lots of fallen trees, lots of firewood. I just built the fire. So I'm going to go up the path towards where we're camping. Lots of, so the seller chopped down some trees, so here's some of the ones that they chopped down. They wanted to clear it out a little bit so that you could see back here. And this is actually the main level area of the property. Everything else has hills in various places, but this area here is level, and you can see, I'm going to zoom in, we have a tarp back here, just in case it rains, which it hasn't really rained much. And actually, I'll zoom back out here, you can see the campfire. So we have, let's see, panning to the right, the path splits here. If you go up this way, we put our tent up here, and we actually put a tarp over the tent to just double protect it from rain. Tim got pretty wet last time he was here. So we put the tent up there, and then all our fire making and cooking down below here, just so that we don't attract animals and we don't get our tent somehow caught on fire. But mainly because we eat down here and we don't want to attract animals up by the tent. So here we are, a little more panning along. I'm going to go back to where I just came from so you can see the view out to the street. Down the path. Wow. Can't even see where Tim's parked anymore. Where's his car? It's out there somewhere. Is that it? I think it's behind those trees. Okay. So that's towards the street. I'm going to pan slowly so you don't get seasick. Hopefully. I'll go up here to where we have this tarp. I guess when Tim came out last time in April, they put up a tarp here, and this is the first time I've been here where there's a nice big tarp, which is really cool. Haven't need to huddle under it yet, but you never know. So actually it's hanging down a little lower than it was earlier. We kept propping it up with a post, and every time the wind blows, the post knocks down. So we're just not bothering right now because it's not raining. If we need to sit under there, we'll prop it up. But it's a nice big tarp. So we've been putting firewood under here and anything that we don't want to get wet that we're leaving around here, some supplies and stuff. So, and we have our camp chairs, which are wonderful. And then the fire pit. And then the woods go back, and when you go back there, it drops down into a little ravine. And after you get down through the little ravine, that goes very steeply up. A very steep hill. When you get to the very tippy top, it goes to DNR land, which is Department of Natural Resources, where they do some logging, but if it's way up there, it's not going to bother us. It's been cut down already. So this is a little, you can't really tell, but there's a little trail through here that either deer or bear or both have been going up and down. I'm going to take you down into a little ravine here so you can see. We tried to go up the hill today. We've done it once before, and it's quite the ordeal, so we were trying to find property lines and finally gave up trying to go up the hill. It's just too much. It's almost straight up. But it's kind of neat down here in this little gully. And it doesn't seem to get too wet down here, which is kind of nice. So here we are in the little gully. And we walked down this way earlier, down to where the line is to the other people on the left. And then that you can't tell, but it goes pretty quickly. I go back there another 50 feet and it starts to become quite the climb. And then up this way. There's another neighbor over there. It's really nice. His name is Tom. I'm talking to him a bit. Now I'm going to go back up the trail and take you up to where the tent is. And you can see Tim, he's busy chopping little knobbies off of logs so that if we climb over logs we don't spear ourselves. So I'll take you up there. Thought this might be better than pictures. And right now it's 5 o'clock, and so the sun's not shining in here. And it doesn't, during the middle of the day, we get some sun in here where this fire pit is. But once we open up an area for a house, we'll have a nice sunny spot. But for the time being, pretty woodsy. Pretty much in the woods. But it's late in the evening. So, and then we had created another little trail up this way through the trees. Oh, there's another little side trail here. That takes you down to the same little valley, or gully. It's hard to see the trails on these. Well, there's a little path there. You can't really see it, but that one seems to be more well used. And then we've created, just from tromping up and down the hill, and first few times we came here, we cleared out this area for the tent and have continued to clear away around it so that we had more room to hang a hammock. And I fell I think the first trip I was up in the middle of the night doing my thing and lost my balance and fell on some logs. So we cleared this all out. So it wasn't like this when we got here. We really have cleared out a bit of space through a bunch of logs. I don't think these ones are part of that. Not sure where those came from. But there's some over here. Got it all cleared out. So this is where we have the tent, and it just barely fits in between these trees here. And this is the first time I have used a tarp over the tent. Tim, did you put a tarp over the tent last time or not? No. Okay, so this is the first time we tried this. And of course it didn't rain, so only a teeny bit. But this tent is really cool. We love it.
Our sun god.
It's our sun god. As long as we put the tarps up, it won't rain. We used, in order to put the tarp up, we put this little tiny string, which you can barely see, but if I get close, we hung these plants so that we wouldn't kill ourselves. It's actually, I can walk under that, but didn't want to hit ourselves on this string, so we hung these bits of plants to stop ourselves. But this is a 4-person tent, and it's just great for 2 people. So we have space in there, and this little tan part sticking out the front is the vestibule. Actually, I should try and open it so you can see. It's really cool. It's a nice little spot. You can get in here without letting rain or bugs into the tent. So you can see we extended the tarp. So there's quite a bit of room in there to store gear, sit in there if it's raining and get your shoes off. Just see inside the tent too. It's really cool. We got this last summer. I don't know if you can see, but it's nice. It's a octagonal shape in there. I'm on the left. There's a window in the back. Tim's on the right. We've got these really nice pads from REI that inflate, that keep it pretty comfortable. I better zip this so that mosquitoes don't come in. We haven't had a problem this trip, but I don't particularly want to get them. So, these trees came down. These have been down. Were these here? These were here last time we were here. No, oh, these came down this winter. Okay. So Tim's knocking off all the little knobbies so that we've been climbing over them to go up on that part of the property. We don't want to hurt ourselves. So he's been chopping them off. And this area we cleared out last summer. And I actually hung my hammock between that tree and that tree. It was pretty cool. And I thought it was going to rain all weekend, so I didn't bring the hammock. So didn't bother. But there's a bunch of logs over here that we tossed over here. Small. Nothing big, but some of these, 4-inch diameter trees that we were laying down in there, and we just threw them back in here. So what we're thinking, actually, is putting a house back where I'm pointing the camera, clearing out maybe half an acre back there, and building into the hillside here, because as you can see it goes up a bit. So that's what we're thinking. There's a neighbor. Tom lives up there. I don't think you can see his house. Sometimes we can see his rooftop. Actually, I can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in. You can see his rooftop up there through the trees. Let's see if we can get to it. Where is it? I think that light color there is his rooftop. I think he might have a metal roof. He's got a beautiful home up there. He's still working on it. Very nice guy. So, not sure if I can get up. There's Tim beautifully hatcheting away here. We've been having a good time cutting firewood. There we goes. Tim in action. And maybe I'll try climbing up here and do a videotape of this. This is kind of the area that we really, probably, other than the areas I've just showed you, like the best and want to just leave it alone. Well, we're only going to mess with stuff where we're building a road and house, but back up here. This has obviously been logged in the past, but it's just kind of cool. It's up above the road. We lost a lot of trees this winter. This guy went down. And all these trees just come down over the years. So that's the stump there from the ones that Tim's chopping on. There. So I guess, you know, because it's logged, it's a little more open. It's just kind of cool. And there's a lot of cedars back here, and we love the cedars. So, and we discovered, let's see if I can find the pink markers. We discovered the property, this property line, this eastern property line. We kind of figured it out, and it's back here a little more. What we've been doing all afternoon is trying to find that property line so we can make sure we knew what we were doing in terms of planning. It's somewhere along here. Let's see. Oh, I'm standing on it. I'm going to pan this way. We determined that this group of cedars here, going up, it doesn't look like a group, but it is a clump of cedars, is about on the property line right there. That group on the right there, it's like a bunch of trunks together right there. So we're pretty sure this is the property line along here. I'm going to pan around back towards the street. You can sort of see the street down there. This is kind of cool up here, and I wouldn't mind having a house up here, but you'd be looking down on the street. You can just see through the trees. That light color is the street. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. We like it. Actually, I think if I go here, you might be able to see the road down there. Yeah, all that washed out. That's looks like sky, but it's actually the road. That's pretty weird, but that's what it is. So, yeah. Thought maybe it would give a better feel. I don't know if this is giving a better feel for what the property's like. Actually, I see that maybe this is kind of cool because I can see the tent and the camp below. Let's see. So we're looking down on the top of the tarp that's over the tent. And then in the background, I can't see through all the trees. Back up here. If I get closer, you can see the fire pit down below. If I can get there. One of the problems is in this area, bees make nests in the ground's really mushy. It's like 4 to 6 inches of rotten stuff and twigs and stuff, and they love to make nests in there. So it's a little dangerous to walk out here. So far, we haven't gotten stung. Tim roused up a bee's nest last year. So actually, so here's the tent. I'm up above. So you can see the hillside's a bit high. And then down there, I see our chairs. And where's the fire pit? I think it's right behind that tree. See, to the left. There's the fire pit around the corner there. And we had to build, we put some bricks under it and then got the fire pit because of the fire danger. It's last summer that was so dry. We didn't want to risk creating a fire in the woods. So pan back around here. I see Tim's car over there. Let's see. I'm not real good at this, but I'm working on it. Step up there. There's his car. He got a Jeep. And the hope is to be able to build a road so he doesn't have to park on the side of the road. So, that's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.